the modern zonal EE architecture. So welcome on stage, guys. The stage is yours.
Okay. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jaime Alcantara. I'm a senior product manager at Sonatus. I'm excited to be in Schwaben lately. I've actually lived here for 10 years. But I'm even more excited to share the stage with Tom Brown from NXP and tell you a little bit more about zonal architectures and how to enable the full promise of software-defined vehicles. So, sorry. Sonatus is accelerating the shift to software-defined vehicles. And we're doing that by blending automotive and data center expertise to develop an award-winning end-to-end software and cloud software, vehicle software and cloud software. Featuring leaders from the data center industry, from companies like Cisco, Arista Networks, Palo Alto Networks. The company was actually founded in 2018, and just within 2 years, our software was already in mass production in Hyundai vehicles. And by 2024, our software will be in dozens of vehicle models and in millions of vehicles in Hyundai, Kia, and Genesis. We have a global presence, so we have offices on all the relevant automaking regions. And whenever I think about software-defined vehicles, one thing that comes to my mind are zonal architectures. And zonal architectures come with a lot of benefits, right? They promise lighter vehicles, more scalability, and more extensibility. But zonal architectures also bring a whole set of new technical challenges. For example, network resiliency against link failures, which is a fancy way of saying what happens if the link between two zones actually breaks while the vehicle is running. We have dynamic network configuration. So how do we enable new capabilities in the infrastructure and networking level after the vehicles have gone into production? And the last one, how do we manage quality of service? So once these capabilities are added, how do we ensure that the time-sensitive and safety-critical traffic is actually not impacted by those capabilities? So to do that, Sonatus has developed a rich end-to-end vehicle platform. And Sonatus Foundation is one of the core products of that platform. And it focuses on network infrastructure to deliver the critical pieces of software-defined vehicles. And with that, also the critical pieces to actually enable zonal architectures. And this platform runs on POSIX-compliant operating system, and of course on industry-leading hardware like NXP. So let me show you how we have collaborated with industry leader NXP to create a live setup to showcase the zonal architecture. So here we have actually this zonal architecture with 2 zones in the rear and 1 zone in the front. And essentially we're sending communication from the rear all the way to the front. And we're going to showcase in a short video how our Sonatus Foundation software actually handles all the challenges from the zonal architecture. And before we get there, so just a very quick remark. Sonatus Foundation is actually running on top of NXP's S32G hardware. So you can find this hardware in all of the zonal ECUs that we're featuring here. So let's take a quick look. Here we have our zonal architecture, which is sending traffic from the rear to the zone, and we're monitoring the network performance. So what happens if the link suddenly breaks between different zones? So we can actually see this here at the top, that one of those links breaks, but we can see on the network performance that it's actually not impacting at all the critical traffic. So Sonatus software is actually reacting immediately to the network changes and rerouting the critical traffic to ensure that the network reliability is not impacted. And let me go now to the next video. So here we're actually showcasing that there is video traffic impacting the performance of the critical traffic. So we want to change that. And the way we're going to change that is we're going to go to our cloud platform and we're going to deploy a new network configuration policy. So what this policy is going to do is it's going to change the criticality or the quality and the queue of the critical traffic, so it isn't impacted by the video traffic. And as we can see, once we deploy the new policy to the network performance goes back to normal levels. And the video traffic is still flowing through the network. So with that said, I've talked a lot about zonal architectures, but all of Sonatus solutions, including connector, automator, and guard, target actually many of the areas of software-defined vehicles. So if software-defined vehicles are important to you, we'll welcome you to our booth and talk more about it. Thank you.
Thank you.